Hey everyone, we'll be starting momentarily. I'm getting everything set up as usual, and then we can begin. Alright. That's all good. These are the right name. Yes. Okay. Oh, I didn't need to do that. Okay, that's all done. That's all saved. Everything seems to be good, so we are good to go. So, hi everyone, welcome to another stream of Apollo Justice Trilogy. Where we had left off last time, we had managed to finish off the third case with the case of Darian Crescend and Machito Bai. And we found that Darian was the murderer, and then his hair went limp. So, yeah. That is one of the weaker cases in this game, which is saying something. But we're now onto the fourth case. As I said last time, I don't remember anything about this case. Most of my memory is about the third case. So, you know, we'll have to see where this goes. And I wonder where it's going to go. It looks like it's going to be like some sort of magician thing, but we shall see. Other than that, I think that's everything. So we can just go straight in. So let's go. Hey, Rafatron. The type of guide is acceptable. What guide? I haven't got a guide. Do I? Right. Health warning. People with health must be worried. Make sure it's showing up. Yeah, showing on there. Need to refresh this. You may want one later. Oh, okay. That's not intimidating in the slightest. Okay, get rid of this. Everything else is fine. Yeah, we can go. Load game. Continue. Yes. Turnabout 4. Turnabout Succession, or Episode 4, whatever. And that is the whole truth of this case. I think they're dead. In order to understand it myself, I had to know the story of these last 7 long years. Nothing happens by chance. All is connected. And now, you stand ready to begin the final chapter of this story. Well, I don't like that static. Will the defendant be found guilty or innocent? The decision is yours. Okay, here we go. October 7th. This is, I think the last one was in June? So we're 2 months later. Right? Anything agency. Hey, Apollo, look on the TV. Look, look. Yeah, kind of busy. Whoa, look at that. He's the last Granbury, right? All right. Amazing. Apollo, you should be watching this. Ow, ow. What? What? I was writing about our lost case in my journal. Why is I supposed to write things in records, Apollo, not journals? Why now? That case was 3 months ago. Hey, it's a long story. I did a lot, you know. I want to vacuum pack the feel of the moment for later. Right now, I'm wowing the crowd by figuring out how Lamiwa disappeared. That's right, Uncle Vannon did that illusion too. But you're missing him on TV right now. I was just getting to the good part. I suppose I should watch a little TV with her. After all, her father's expecting me to look after her while he's away. What you're now seeing is a rehearsal for the greatest magic show on Earth. Happening right here at our very own Sunshine Coliseum. Again. Sunshine Coliseum? Hey, that's where the Gaviniers concert was. Only 3 more days until the miracle happens here, right before your unbelieving eyes. A legendary troupe Granbury is performing for the first time in 7 years. Wait. Okay. I'm not going to say anything because it's kind of obvious, but he doesn't have a beard. That's going to be great. I'm so there. You and Daddy are coming too. Legendary Granburys. If Trucy's real father was still alive, he'd be on that stage performing miracles. I've got the tickets and everything. Here's yours, Apollo. Magic show tickets to the premiere show, The Grand Illusion of the Magician Valiant Granbury. Magic show. Squeak. I guess this is Phoenix. Ah, you're here. Hardly working hard or hardly working? It is. Hey, how you been? Hi there, stranger. Not exactly the kind of greeting I want to hear from my own kid. Though he has been gone a long time. How's it goes at Trucy? Here, I got a present for you. Yay, pudding! I love pudding! Ooh, it's farm fresh. What does that mean? Straight from the farm, we grow them on our fields. Not just one pudding, but 3 whole cups. I'll have to pace myself. Well, I'm beat. That's right, Daddy. You're on a top secret mission. You gotta take it easy with the secrets, you know? Yeah, right, you are. What was that? How right you are. So you still can't tell us what your mission is? Maybe it is time. It has something to do with you, anyway. Huh? With me? Ooh, maybe you're getting a top secret mission, too. Maybe you can be one of those guys. A spy. Can't I just be a defense attorney? To be honest, telling you about the mission was my whole reason for coming here today. What? Tell me. You've heard of the Just Juris system, yes? The Juris system? That's right. The new legal system everyone's talking about. Have you heard about it, Polo? Huh? Maybe? Maybe not as many people are talking about it as I thought. The Juris system, huh? So, Daddy, what's this Juris system thing? Well, Trucy, do you know what a jury is? I've heard of it. Isn't that those people who sit in court in those old courtroom dramas? The ones who get to decide if a guy's innocent or guilty? Do you know, Apollo? Only from TV. It's 12 people chosen from the community, right? Well, they're thinking about reviving that system. They're calling the new system the Juris system. So they're bringing back an old system that was replaced with a worse system. So it's an old new one. Got it. No more doing whatever you like, Your Honor. Not quite that harsh. The jurors cooperate with the judge. They help analyze the case from different angles. And there will only be 6 of them under the current proposal, right? Oh, you know your stuff, Apollo. The findings directly affect the verdict. Hopefully people will start taking the courts a little more seriously now. I feel like I'm on some kind of educational TV show. Starring Dr. Wright. Dr. Wright has his assistant Trucy and mascot Apollo. Perfect team. Mascot? Really? Mascot? Hey! It's pretty much what I said. So, what is this secret mission? The juror system is my mission, more or less. Anyway, keep in mind that new ideas like this system are always risky, Apollo. Too true. Everyone's got an opinion and they just talk and nothing gets decided. Kinda like you, Apollo. I'm not that bad. Am I? In any case, I'm gonna give her a shot. A test, if you will. I don't like tests. We'll take a case as a sample and choose 6 jurists. I'll be the one helping with the process, incidentally. Helping how? Well, for one, I'll be chair of the Juror System Simulated Court Committee. The chair constructs the ideal situation, choosing the case, the jurist candidates, even the judge in the courtroom. Wow, it's like you have a real job. I was never that good at the piano, to be honest. Once a lawyer, always a lawyer, I guess. Trial's tomorrow, by the way. Don't miss it. The trial is simulation, that is. Simulation, huh? Sounds interesting. So, what kind of case is the trial simulation about? Well, since it's the first run-through of a new system, I wanted something simple. Good thinking. No sense wearing yourself out with something too serious. True. The case is a murder. That's not simple at all! By simple, did you mean that the defendant is guilty? Yes, most likely. So good luck, Apollo. With what? With the trial tomorrow. You're defending, of course. Or what I said it had something to do with you. Go for it, Apollo. It's just a test case anyway, no sweat. Yeah, but there's still a verdict to be decided. And a potentially serious sentence. Most serious in a worst-case scenario. You mean the verdict's for real? That's not a test trial. That's a real trial. All the forms have been filed. There's no turning back now. You didn't ask me. Trial begins tomorrow at 10 a.m. Hope you can make room in your schedule. Why am I only hearing about this now? Ah, yes, there was some change this morning. I picked a new case. Eh? Something that happened last night. Hey, Apollo. I know you're all excited about that secret mission. What about this? The True Grand Magic Show. Huh? Oh, right, the card tricks. They're not card tricks. They're grand illusions, miracles, the apocalypse. Heaven and earth will shake. So, what, that's 3 whole days from now? It's a Sunshine Coliseum. Let's go. Let's go today. We can say hi to Uncle Valen. Have fun. What? I can't go by myself. You know I'm not very outgoing. Right. I don't go with her. But what about the secret mission? Oh, don't worry about that. We'll know all about it tomorrow regardless. I don't trust that smile. He knows something that he's not telling me. Yippee! It's a cola! Now you can take me to the Coliseum. I suppose wouldn't kill me to pop over there. Ah, Gramry. That reminds me. What's this, Daddy? Isn't that silk hat the Gramry seal? It also is a Japanese seal, I think. Consider it a birthday present, Trucy. Thanks, it's great. But today isn't my birthday. Good point. What day is it today, Apollo? It said... I've forgotten the date. Huh? Today? I think it's Recycle Your Plastics Day? Then it's Recycle Your Plastics presents. Yippee! It's so plastic. Or so it's plastic. I've given up trying to understand them. It's much easier that way. So what is it? Can I open it, Daddy? No. Huh? You need to open the envelope someday. Someday soon. Don't open it until then. Well, why don't you just hold on to it until then? Because that would be the logical thing to do. An envelope about the Grammys, huh? The trial simulation. Alright, so what case are you going to use? Really want to know, don't you? Of course I do. I mean, I'm going to be the defending, aren't I? If all goes well, then yes, of course. This is just a test. We wanted everyone to start without preconceptions, a blank slate, as it were. There's a difference between having a blank slate and just being totally clueless. Whose dumb idea was that anyway? Well, mine. Mini chair, remember? Oh. Well, if you want to know that badly, I suppose I could give you permission to examine the scene of the crime. Good. That's better. But you can't talk to anyone involved with the case. What? Then how am I supposed to defend? Let me worry about the details there. Remember, I'm in charge of this trial. All of it. You don't want it to backfire, do you? Apollo, if I'm in charge of the whole trial, that means the entire affair is my responsibility, for good or bad. Serious face. There's supposed to be an Easter egg at the Colosseum, but I never found it. Oh, okay. Just do what you can. Don't worry. I know what I'm doing. Alright. I'd recommend going down to the detention center. The client's waiting for you. You can ask about the scene there. But you just said I couldn't talk to anyone involved. Oh, you can talk to your client. If you can get her to talk. Well, time's a wasting. Is she a mute? Is that what you're trying to get at? Ah, presenting, are we? I did my fair share of that back in the day. Showed my attorney's badge a lot, too. You may look cool and calm now, but you should have seen him before. You know me too well, Trucy. Glad I provided this opportunity for a little family bonding. Let me present things to you and read them. I wonder if anything new is said now. Layered plastic spaghetti for displaying in the shop. Where the heck does she get this stuff? No one's practicing the piano as usual. Even calling him a pianist is an insult to pianists everywhere. Okay, Apollo, I think I'm going to guess what you're thinking right now. Huh? Was I making a funny face or something? Ah, I'm so hungry. I'm right? Of course I am. There's no of course about it. You guessed wrong. Besides, that's not what I'm thinking. It's what you're thinking. How did you do that? You read my mind, Apollo? At least you've got that pudding. That's right. Try not to eat my share, will you? The magician in the photo, is that a real daddy? Yep, that Grammy. He disappeared when I was little. I hung up that up there so I wouldn't forget what he looked like. I see. She's smiling, but I bet that smile doesn't go very deep. That hat, is that a spare? Looks exactly like the one you always wear. That's the first rule of professionals, be prepared. You know, I put it on the other day, and this strange white substance fell all over me. It was like magic. Or like fingerprinting powder. Can't believe you're using that cutting a person in pop box as a shelf space. You know, I used that trick a lot on stage the other night. Or used that trick on stage. Imagine my surprise when I pulled out one of my shirts out of the box. You should really examine your props before the show. Trophy. Bush. Plant. It's intriguing. It intrigues you, doesn't it? Not really. It's just the only thing here that doesn't have some secret function. No secrets, but a lot of memories. And a name too. Want to hear it? Not really. His name is Charlie, if you were curious. Really, I wasn't. Ooh, careful there, Apollo. A lot of people run into that table, you know? Why, some client knocked over the pot clean over the other day. Why not get a more sturdy table? Maybe the table is partially to blame. There's no maybe about this. That thing is a death trap. I think Apollo's the one that's probably tripped over it a number of times. Want to have a go at that ring, Apollo? No. I was just touching it. Come on, there's no need to be shy. Just slip it on. There. Ouch! You're way too tense. You've got to loosen up there. The human body wasn't meant to bend like that. How far did she bend him? Ah, those leader books were there by my mentor. Too bad I gave up on the practice before reading them. There's quite a few magic books in here too, you know? Those would be trucies. She'll remember they're there eventually, I'm sure. For a moment, I thought Mr. Wright might do magic too. Scary thought. He suddenly has magic in his system. Anyway, to the detention center. October 7th. This case is one of those bad endings you love so much. I don't love the bad endings. It's just cool. But okay. That's 20 minutes we've been waiting here. 20 minutes. I've been falling for 30 minutes. Maybe Ash complain? Sure, that guard has better things to do than stand there pretending he doesn't see us. You know, the minute we get angry, the clients will show. It always works that way. Like shouting, "Oh, waiter," and they're standing right behind you. Oh, guard! Is our client going to be much longer? What are you talking about? Have you already started the meeting? Yet? Huh? Oh. Eee! Where'd you come from? Well, anyway, please have a seat. She's so tall, even when sitting. I'm nervous, Apollo. It's the silence. It builds suspense. Why don't you do something, Trucy? You're a magician, aren't you? That's right. Okay. I'm the amazing Mr. Hat. She passed out. This magic underwear might have been a bit better. That's magic panties, Apollo. She is so tall. I think it's probably because I had Machi to buy in the previous case, and he was really tiny. So to have like this tall of a character is just like throwing me for a loop. Hi. Well, I'm your defense. I really think it has to be fate, you know. Why do you have to be weird about it, Apollo? And by fate, I mean destiny. Did you know I'm good with astrology? Tell me, what's your sign? I can tell you mine if you'd like, Apollo. I can tell you mine if you'd like, Apollo. No, never mind. I just got carried away there. You seem destined to get difficult clients, it seems. So, what's your name? Oh, right. I'm supposed to introduce myself first. I'm Apollo Justice. And I'm Trucy Wright. I know. This is getting nowhere fast. Hey, I know. Maybe you can tell us what happened. I'm the defense attorney, after all. Anything out of the ordinary happened lately? Well, the other day, this tourist from town stopped to ask me for directions. Later, Trucy. I feel like I need to ask directions myself here. Well, that was fruitless. Though maybe I understand despair a little better now. You did good, Apollo. What the hell is that? Look, she's doing her nails. What? Are nails more important to defense? Is that it? Let's go, Trucy. Excuse me. Let's try and think of how to do a voice. I guess it'd be more like a nervous or quiet kind of thing. It's not going to be like, what's her name? The creepy girl from the second game, the third game. Could you read this? Sure. I feel like a teenager on a first date. And this is the love letter we pass from desk to desk at school. Stop looking at so wistful. Then read it, Apollo. It's a business card with a name on an address. The name is Vera Masham. The address is for Drew Studio. Did you give me this card because... And she left again. Well, looks like we're finished here. I wonder if Drew Studio is the scene of the crime. Let's go find out. The same old security guard is glaring at us. He winked. Maybe he's not such a bad guy after all. He has a thing for Apollo. Security camera stares down from the ceiling, all-seeing, unblinking. Not that I'm nervous or anything. No, siree. It's like she's still here, we just don't see her because she's like round the corner. Oh, is that a pufferfish? I suddenly had a flashback. I do remember this room. But I do remember that these paintings weren't as, detailed. Ooh. Wow, this looks like... It looks like a studio. It's like a life imitating art. Or maybe it's the other way around? Huh. But the tape on the ground there, it's a bit jarring. Yeah, looks like we found our crime scene. Apollo, look at all those paintings. Hey, don't touch those. It's okay, I'm just looking. There's a mouth, an eye, a pufferfish. Person at a... What? It's a person with what looks like a giant peach in a river. And then what looks like railings. I think this used to be another painting and they painted over it. 3DS version redid it. It looks like an upscale. Okay. Yeah, because the one I did was like... I don't think it was an updated one. I think it was the original. Like the DS version or whatever it was. Huh? Apollo, look at this one. Looks half finished. You still see the rough sketch underneath. But that's odd. The rough sketch part doesn't look like the rest of the painting at all. Yeah, good point. That is odd. Obtained at Drew Studio. Only half finished. The rough sketch is still visible. And all the other paintings too. All the paintings have a really different style too. That looks like it's just a picture of someone, like something under the ocean with a painting filter put over it. It's cool. I don't know who this is. Ah, I thought I might find you two here. Oh, it's Emma. Emma, long time no see. Oh? Seems like I run into you too often. But I know why you're here too. You know about the trial simulation tomorrow? I've heard about it, sure. So Mr. Wright chose you, huh? Don't even know what the chase is about. Well, he was killed. The artist who owns this studio, that is. Mr. Drew Misham. He doesn't have eyes, he just has pits. And he's got paint all over him. Misham? And his daughter was put under arrest. Yeah, we just saw it at the detention center. It was funny, though. She seemed more like a victim than the kind of person who could commit murder. You don't say. Not even by poisoning. That's how it was done, you know. Poisoning's a coming way to get the job done when the murderer is a woman. Okay. Poisoning? Anyway, Mr. Wright told me you'd be coming by. Feel free to take a look around. I'll be just over there with my snackoos. We can't talk to anyone related to the case this time around. Which means we better find out as much as we can here at the scene. Or else. Oh, look at this pot. Oh. Hey! There's a painting hidden back here. Hey, you're right. What if it's embarrassing somehow and he didn't want anyone else to see it? He certainly seemed pleased by the possibility. Huh? It's so normal. It's hardly something to get mad about. Huh? What is it, Apollo? Well, doesn't this painting look like... Never mind. Better get a professional opinion on this. That one looks like a Van Gogh painting. This one's just a tree. Apple. Is that a post box? It's a letterbox. Vera and her father's names are plays on truth and lies. Vera means truth and that means sham. Oh, okay. Now, I know Misham can be sham because you can just get rid of the P. But how did... I guess Vera is a different language. Okay, I guess. That little box looks funny sitting inside a room like this. Let's take a look. Empty. The other half of that letterbox is actually connected to the outside of the studio. Mr. Misham would put his letters in there, and the postman took them away. Impressive that someone still writes letters in this day and age. Or wrote, rather. I wouldn't mind taking a close look at those paintings. I just love oils, you know? How they're so thick? Is that the word? I don't know why I'm reading it like that. These paints are all dry. I'm just surprised at how different these all are. Yeah, what's going on with this half-finished one? It must have been a work in progress. You can still see the rough sketch below. That's so weird. The sketch part doesn't really fit the finished parts. I noticed. That is weird. Oh, I saw it flash for a moment there. Followed. That's where the body was. That's the spot where Mr. Drew Mission passed away. Put the coffee mug to his lips, and then the next moment, quite a bit of paint on the ground. See that half-painted painting there? He must have been working on that right up to the moment he died. Wow, true artist to the end. Or maybe he started it a year ago and was procrastinating. Ah, that's the victim's coffee mug. Aha! So the poison was in here. This is my first time seeing a real poison mug of coffee. I would hope so. Poison coffee? Not exactly, actually. What do you mean? No traces of poison were found in the coffee. What? You'll have to figure the rest out yourself. Was it in the paint? I'm officially not on your side, after all. I imagine this coffee cup was for guests to use. Yes. Did the police already analyze this cup too? Not a trace of poison was found in that cup. The killer was after Drew Misham alone. Go to the next side. Is that a frog? What's all this equipment here for? It doesn't look very artistic, really. He had everything from a lathe to a laser cutter. Looks like he was ready to work on metals and wood too. Though his equipment's a bit old, so tell the truth. Why would a painter need all this? From the dust, I'd say he hasn't used his stuff for years. This corner doesn't fit with the rest of the studio. Oh, do you think I could borrow this? I want to cut a quarter in half to make a trick coin. This is the crime scene, Trucy. But those cost like $50 at the magic shop. Look at all these paints, Apollo. There's so many. He's got like 20 kinds of reds. You can repaint your suit, Apollo. How about this shade of green? That'll be enough of that, thanks. Oh hey, it's the Gavinier symbol. On its side. Let's take a closer look at this desk here. Oh, okay, I didn't know we were going to go zooming in. Ah, something about the way that figure is posed. I've seen that pose before. It's you, Apollo. So you're making one of your flamboyant gestures. Please, I'm a professional. I wonder why it's posed like that. Coincidence? I think not. So this is Drew Misham. This little girl must be Vera. Yeah, they took that some years ago. They're close. Well, they look close. A happy little family. Until you arrested his daughter. Look, I was personally against that, okay? She just didn't seem very suspicious, scientifically speaking. Uh-huh. Right. A little tiny one. A little bitty one. Oh, cute. Look at the little tiny frame, Apollo. Tiny is right. That thing's barely 2 inches high. What picture would fit in that? None, apparently. It's empty. There's no glass in it either. What's it doing sitting on the desk? This is a lesson for all of us. Be sure to check the size when you buy frames. Does that say... No, I thought it said Zach Gramry then, but no, it says something like ZIQ S. I think that's an S. SUL else SLUMD. I think that's a D. I don't know that one. That looks like an I maybe, or a J, and then a Y, then an E. Is this a journal? Oh, talk about a clue. Let's read it. What is it, Apollo? He didn't write the name of the killer, did he? It's new. He didn't write a single line. We had been going for a while there. Hey, Apollo, what's this feathery thing? Is that a pen? Looks like an old-fashioned quill pen. But it doesn't have a pointy end. That's most likely for sweeping detritus or detritus off the desk. Oh, you sure know a lot, Emma. Old and scientific, that's my motto. Exactly what about that was bold or scientific? Red envelope. This envelope has been opened and resealed. Ooh, I know how to do that. You take a pot of boiling water and hold the envelope up to the steam. The glue melts and it opens. Cool, huh? Whoever did this wasn't so delicate. You're right, looks like they just ripped it open and stuck it back together. Huh? The postmark on this letter is from 7 years ago. Why would someone open a letter, then steal it again? I better hang on to this. Can I open it? Probably eventually. I'll have a look around more so. Are those like oxygen tanks? Ooh. Is this desk for painting, Apollo? That would be a drafting table. Drafting? Basically, it's a tool for making precise diagrams. Wow, painting is harder than I thought. Why would a painter need a drafting table? Was he an architect too? And a computer? Hack into the system. Is that a GameCube? No, I don't think it is. For a minute, I thought it was, but it's not. It's not a GameCube. Although I wouldn't put it past them trying to put that in there. Right, go to the other screen. I noticed this, and I wanted to click it. Okay, so I can't go up there. Got it. Alright, let's have a look at the stuff we picked up. $70? What the hell? Are you ready, Apollo? Ready for what? For what? The troupe! Grand Magic Show! It's not like I'm getting up on stage or anything. What are you talking about, Apollo? You can't enjoy magic if you're not part of what's going on up on stage. I'll lend you my spare costume if you need one. Huh? You mean I can't go in this? No. Doesn't get more straightforward than that. I mean, well, I don't think your outfits will fit Apollo. We're exposing his tummy and his calves, most of his other body part. Whoops. Wait, what did I press? Oh, I can switch tabs now? Maybe I could before, I just didn't do it. Ah, looky here, a handwritten signature. It says... I can't read it. It seems odd to me. I mean, isn't a signature intended to show ownership? What's the use if no one's going to read it? Or no one can read it? Isn't it enough to see if you can? Or isn't it enough if you can read your own? Oh, I never thought of it that way. No, I wanted to... Okay. What a pretty business card. It's like a postcard note, almost. And on the back, just a name. It seems odd to me. Huh? What does? Why write your name on the front and back of the card? Why not use the space in the back for your self-portrait? Or a caricature? And then people would remember what you look like too. It's not a bad idea, actually. Here, give me some of your cards, Apollo. She's drawing something. Hey, my hair's not that spiky. I think that's a butt. Oh, I can actually click this? Look at this cute little boy. Is that a pufferfish? Apollo, that's clearly a porcupine fish. They're not the same thing. You know what gets me? They got all these needles, right? But what's protecting that soft spot on the lower belly there? Nothing. Must remember to keep Trucy away from small round fish. Apollo, look at this painting. You can see the rough sketch. Oh, looks like it was only half completed. Huh? That's funny. Do the rough sketch and the finished painting look totally different to you, too? They do, actually. What's that all about? I mean, there are a few cases of people making a sketch and then doing something completely different over it. Hey, Apollo, this painting, I know it. Huh? Really? It's that story where the old woman is doing the wash in the river. And this giant peach comes floating down. That might possibly be the strangest thing I have ever heard. Yeah, this is clearly inspired by a Van Gogh painting. Which is odd, seeing it's about a Japanese folklore, but whatever. This looks like it was painted on. And it's like, I'm like checking it out and then it just spills all over the floor. Hey, look there. This thing doesn't look like doesn't look so healthy, Apollo. That must be the Blue Mountain stuff we've been hearing about. Something tells me that even Blue Mountain coffee isn't this blue. No, this stain is probably... I'd ask Emma. Surprised that they have this on a lot of mail that comes from overseas. I guess it's so then everyone knows that it's from overseas. It's just a picture of like lines to indicate ocean. Apollo, look, it's been opened here once. You're right. I wonder if there's some way we can see what's inside. Should I try to get it open and stick it back shut? Let's not tamper with the evidence, shall we? I've got a better idea. Emma, let's ask her. Can't I just open it? It's already been opened. So, this, Mr. Drew Mission was some kind of artist? Apparently. A lot of illustrations for books, I hear. And a lot of female fans, too, for what it's worth. Oh? Well, I guess his stuff is kind of pretty. Like that oil painting over there, for instance. Yeah. That wasn't one of his illustrations, actually. Huh? So it was a standalone painting or something? Is that what she means? He was an odd bird, Miss Misham. Hadn't shown his face to anyone until the end. What do you mean to anyone? He was always locked up in here in the studio, apparently. His only connection to the outside world was through letters he put in that letterbox there. Letters? Do people still write letters? What do you mean, Apollo? I mean, when was the last time you wrote a real letter? Don't most people use email and stuff these days? Not Mr. Misham. Couldn't stand technology, it seems. Well, there's a computer right over there. He did everything by mail. Maybe he thought that way was more artistic, you know. In any case, the only person that, besides him, allowed in here was his daughter, Vera. Oh, you mean the killer? The suspect, please. He took some fingerprints, of course. The only ones found in the room were Mishram's and Vera's, apparently, basically. Basically? Actually, last night, Mr. Mishram gave an interview to a reporter for the first time. It happened during the interview, apparently. His first interview ever? Could you tell us a bit more about what happened the night of the murder? So, this woman, Vera, she's Mr. Mishram's daughter, right? Yep, a real sickly girl ever since she was little. Hardly ever went outside. She did kind of give off a withdrawn sort of aura. She was homeschooled by her father, apparently. Quite a scene when they took her to the detention center. She was screaming about she'd die if they took her outside. That does sound like a scene. In the end, she agreed to leave if she was allowed her good luck charm for company. Good luck charm? Apparently she has this charm that magically gives her the courage to go outside. Why can't I ever get a normal client? Oh, why can't I ever get a normal client? I don't know why I said that weird. My reading's weird today. Why would a shut-in daughter kill her own dad? Don't look at me. About the poison, it was found to be in this coffee, right? No, not precisely. Not precisely? What does that mean? It means see for yourself, I think. Is it in the lipstick or whatever it is on there? Like I said, last night was the first time someone from the outside came into the studio. I guess mysterious painters who never go outside make good articles. And it just so happened that he died the night of his first interview. The coffee cup has an unearthly glow about it. At around 9 p.m. every night, Vera always made him a cup of coffee. Last night, he drank his usual coffee and suddenly became violently ill. And died? She poisoned him right on the night of his interview. Wouldn't the reporter see? He wasn't near Mr. Mishram when she brought her father his coffee. He was checking out some of the equipment in the back room. Supposedly, that's why he didn't notice he was there. Or she. It was the reporter who called the police, in fact. Wait, but why is she the suspect? If anyone was suspicious, it's the reporter. Yet the reporter never got near Mr. Misham's coffee. Even Vera acknowledges that. Regardless, I want to know more about this reporter. I bet Emma could help us out here. Don't forget, flattery will get you everywhere with her, Apollo. Huh? What are you two whispering about? Well, I was thinking. I mean, what is it we always do when we run into a crime scene? What is it we always do scientifically? Ah, you know me too well. Okay. Okay, I mean we can get, scientific now? Oh, I suppose. Just this once. Bring me anything you find suspicious and we'll check it out. I'm an attorney. Emma, I was wondering if you could take a look at this. Look, I'm a detective. A detective. You can't just ask me any old thing and expect an answer, okay? I think you need to be a little more focused on your inquiries. Scientific, even. Somehow I knew she'd get around science. Want to go on to a concert with me? What about reading this? Emma, about this painting? Oh, that? Quite good, isn't it? That's not what I wanted to ask about. You want to examine it? Is that it? I'd be happy to let you if you had a good reason. But without that, sorry. Guess she wants us to do a little footwork on our own first. That's the same. Emma, about this painting. That, quite good. Yeah, we have a good reason. About that, sorry. Oh, Emma, I was wondering about this painting here. That one? What about it? What about it? Yeah, what about it, Apollo? Take a closer look at it. Both of you. Now look at this one. It's this third painting he's working on. Hey, they're the same. I was hoping you wouldn't find that. You're right, though. Drew Mission was copying the painting. Wow, it's pretty good. Copying a painting? What for? Emma, about this mug. There's a pale blue, residue on the rim. Eh? Yes, well, it's just a rumor. But I heard that there's a kind of coffee called Blue Mountain. I'm pretty sure it isn't actually blue, Emma. Right. Okay, you got me. That left over from my testing spray. Forensic science! I knew your hobby was behind this somehow, Emma. It's not a hobby. So what kind of scientific stuff were you up to? The spray, that's what. It turns blue when it touches poison. So the poison that killed the victim was on this mug. That's right. See? It wasn't in the coffee. The killer applied it to the rim of the mug itself. Wow, science is amazing. Certainly is helpful. Maybe Emma be willing to help us out a bit more? Should try buttering her up, Apollo. They say flattery will get you everywhere. Certainly worth talking to her a bit more. About poison analysis. I was afraid you were going to ask about that. See, this solution is used to test for atroquinine. Huh? Atroquinine, deadly poison found in autopsy. Uh-oh, I know that spark in her eyes. She's getting excited. Best tread lightly. It's one of the most virulent poisons, but it's absorbed into the body astonishingly slow. It takes at least 15 minutes from the time of ingestion for adverse effects to show. Oh, and guess what? Recent research has shown... That's fine, really. We don't need to know all of the gory details. I think I get it. You just sprayed the stuff on something you want to test, right? Precisely. You can even find the slightest trace of poison with this. I want to try it too, Emma. Please. You don't have to ask twice. I already used it on everything suspicious, of course. Yay, let's give it a whirl, Apollo. What are you doing? I'm just seeing if I got a reaction off of you. How's this for a reaction? Never do that again. I'm not poisonous. Tell that to those hapless witnesses on the stand. Let's just get down to checking for real poison, shall we? I just imagine you just sprayed him in the face. I've pretty much sprayed everywhere. Am I supposed to be finding something or nothing? I don't think there's anything else here, because I've literally gone over everything here. Too bad, no reaction there. Sure, Emma checked out all the likely spots. Wait a second. What is it, Apollo? Did you spray that little desk over there? I don't think so. The spray probably can't reach that far, you know? Let's check it out, just to be sure. Okay, now I get to do it. Okay, fine. Oh, look at that. Immediately. A reaction, Apollo. Ah! Where? Inside of that cute little frame. Look. Oh, would you look at that? Nice going, Trucy. I know, I'm known to work magic. Never mind that I was the one who found it. Frame measuring 2 inches by 2 inches. Bear traces of deadly poison atroquinine. Why would it be inside that frame? Oh, why would the inside of that frame have poison in it? Looks like we found the only other place that was poisoned in any case. Well, can I do it again, or do I have to actually ask for it? I thought we could do a little forensic work. I suppose, if I must. I can't skip this, just this once. Yes. Looks like you have to take this back part off first to put the photo inside. It has to be a really small photo to fit in there. True. And that pale bluish stain. Why would there be poison on something like this? Well, there's one obvious reason. Whoever put the poison in the coffee rubbed a bit on here too. It's not very obvious, Trucy. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. About this. Oh, that? Yes, why that's a bright red envelope. She sure is jumpy. Someone opened this, didn't they? My lips are sealed. Your lips are sealed? That's a first. You mean you know what's inside the envelope? Sure, I read it after all. Ah, so you mean you were the one who ripped this open? Ah, please. I would have streamed it open. But she did sneak a peek up here, apparently. Smile. Know that I have a powerful weapon on my side. Weapon? Yes. The use of tools, highly specialized tools for gathering information. That is a massive machine. You were just carrying that around? Where are you hiding this thing? Tools. I wouldn't mind getting my hands on. You should try flattering her, Apollo. Halo praise could open big doors. You keep saying this. Stop it. Never heard that one, but it's good advice. Let's try talking to her some more. About that envelope we found. I was wondering if you could help us out with that tool you were mentioning. You want to know about my tool, do you? It's called an X-ray analyzer. X-rays? X-rays you get at the dentist? That's right. At least, that's what I call it. Huh? It's a real name, but it's much more complicated. It's the X-ray specialization... something. How am I supposed to remember all that? So basically, it lets you see inside things, like envelopes. That's right. You're sharp, Trucy. It's a bit more complicated than that in practice, of course. Actually, to tell you the truth, I'm not really sure how it works scientifically. Can I try it out, Emma? Please? Oh, I suppose. Of course, I've already checked out everything suspicious myself. Alright, let's give it a spin, Apollo. Arrgh! What are you doing? Oh, just seeing if I could see through your hair. But it's like lead. Point that thing at me anymore and it might fall out. Then I wouldn't need an X-ray machine to see through it. Let's just get down to business, shall we? Hey, I'm just going to give you a heavy dose of radiation. It's no matter. Right, let's test it on a sample machine first. Or sample first. It just so happens that I have a lottery ticket here. Set the sample in the device like so. I don't see anything. Patience, there needs to be one. There's no need to get all antsy. Look at the right side of the screen. That's the layer view of the envelope. Layer view? You gotta set it displayed at the outside of the envelope now, see? Actually, it's quicker just to give it a try. Turn that dial there with the up, right, down, left, and stuff arrows. For me, would you? What do you want about Emma? That's right. That's how you choose what depth you want to scan. Hey, I got something. See, that's how you can read the letters of the ticket inside. Cool, huh? Except I can't read them. Just turn the dial a little more. What you have to understand is that a sheet of paper isn't really flat at all. When you zoom in that much, you see that the paper is like a bunch of hills and valleys. Wow, really? This X-ray device uses a beam with a wavelength of only 0.05 microns. It breaks cards down into thin layers, so it can only show what's written on that layer. I'm not entirely following you, but what good is it if you can't read anything? That's why we gotta go on to step 2. Try rubbing the image a bit, if you would. Rubbing? Like going over the image with WAS and D while holding space? Or I could just click it. There, that fixes the image on the screen. Now, turn the dial again just a little. Good, now you can rub the image to fix it too. Hey, I get it. We just keep doing this until we get the whole thing. Exactly, not bad. Neat. Let's do it some more. Like, all I'm doing is just clicking. It looks like it might be a 0. Not too far. Okay, let's print this one out. Does this mean I have to buy another one to win? Well, it's Emma's ticket. Let her buy another one. It's okay, there's no need. But see, this is where the true power of my weapon. Well, this is the true power of my hidden weapon. Why can't I read today? What is wrong with me? I'm having difficulty just saying basic stuff. Neat, huh? Now let's try it out on the real thing, shall we? I have to wait for like 10 hours. Okay, let's print this one out. Mr. Drew Misham, I've deposited $100,000 in the designated account. Please send the receipt once you've confirmed the transfer. Someone deposited $100,000 into Mr. Misham's account? These paintings must be really valuable. There's another page in there. Care to take a look? You bet I do. If you're going to read someone's mail, you might as well read it all. Here goes with the second page then. But you're reading all one thing. I assume we're just going in deeper. I think this device is the only time we use it, which is a shame, because it's kind of cool. Oh, hey, Sean. Why does it sound like someone eating when using the machine? The machine is eating the words. Let's get this printer out. Blah, blah. Sign the papers and send in the enclosed envelope with the enclosed stamp within 3 days. And need not remind you to speak of this to no one. So was the letter about payment for one of his paintings. Why all the secrecy, though? And what? Why was this letter the only one in there? It's 7 years old, right? Maybe it had something special and significance to him? Again, Nintendo forcing devs to make their games to use the touchscreen. Yeah. Well, Emma? Well, indeed. She knows something she's not telling us. Although she's keeping mum about it. So, Emma, I was wondering, what's the story about this reporter that came here for a story the night of the crime? I'm afraid I can't tell you, because he's going to be a witness tomorrow, I hear. I thought so. I'll never forget that face. But what was his name? Oh, right. Brushel. Spark Brushel. Is he a photographer? Brushel? He's after a scoop to sell to the papers. So a reporter comes to an interview with a painter. His first interview ever, and that night he's killed. Seems strange to you? Really strange. It does raise a few questions. I'd like to speak with this reporter if I could. Well, I hear he's on the beat today, too. He said something about covering a magician? Magician? Well, if it's not Trucy, that leaves only one other person. It wasn't Valent Gramry by any chance, was it? Yeah, something like that. He's got some big show lined up, I hear. So he's out interviewing Valent Gramry. Looks like I'll be heading out to that Coliseum again sooner than I thought. Here, I'll give you this report card if you want. Can I use it on the paintings? Because then I can look at the things underneath it. Freelance journalist. I guess you gotta have a good business card if you want to work freelance. Really, what's this? A camera lens finder? Reporters take photos too. I guess if he was freelance, he'd have to. Maybe you should try being a prosecutor and defense attorney. You'd always win. Why don't I become a rock star too while I'm at it? I mean, Gavin does it, so yeah. What the hell? Top dollar for information. I can't look at this? Why is his face so weird? At least he didn't pull a phantom hourglass and make them use everything on its puzzles made you close the DS. Oh, I don't like the sound of that. Anyway, Emma, can we use a machine to look at this painting so we can look at the sketch underneath? Please? No? No good? Okay. Bye then. To the Coliseum! No, the cool stuff is gone. Now it's just this weird magician man. Woohoo! This is it, Apollo. The place where magic and dreams converge. Just a little while ago, it was a place where murder and nightmares converged. Let's go say hi to Uncle Valent. What about the case? I assume this is Uncle Valent. Only perform a loss like that. The young Miss Trucy. How often I'd hope we'd meet again, only to tell myself it was an impossible dream. Uncle Valent, how's it going? I'm glad to see you too. Of course you are. Humility is definitely not one of his stronger traits. Well, Miss Trucy, how does the day find you? If you've come to give me flowers, do it after the show, I beg you. Actually, we came to wish you good luck. And congratulations on your big magic show. Oh, but it is I who wish to congratulate you. Not everyone is so lucky as to witness miracles such as the one I shall perform. Yeah, you're amazing. We get the picture. The world will watch in wonderment as Magnifi's illusions are reborn. Here on stage by my hand. Everyone's talking about the big magic show. Is it true that Gramry's miracle is back after 7-year absence? Miss Trucy, I must apologize. This show and its honor should have been his. Daddy. My co-magician in training, Zach Gramry, if that terrible thing hadn't... It's okay. Your father was a great magician, Trucy. If he were alive, then I, Valent Gramry, would have been proud to stand upon the stage as his assistant. Thanks, Uncle Alan. You know, I'm happy you're doing the show. I think we get to see the great Magnifi's illusions again. She really is looking forward to this, isn't she? My mentor, the magnificent Magnifi Gramry, was a true deity among magicians. A creator god who gave birth to magic and illusion that defied the very blah, blah, blah. I was so little when I last saw him, but I still remember his shows. He did wheelies in a sport car through the air above the audience, and then sped off to outer space faster than the speed of sound. I'm guessing that memory was a bit embellished. For 7 long years, the world has been waiting for a miracle to match this. As heir to the Gramry Group Troop's secrets, it falls to me to provide one. It's my God-given destiny. Yes, you, nameless face who speaks for the nameless masses. How can I help you? The world was waiting. Why did you hold off for 7 long years? Oh, it appears the lad is uninformed. Perhaps you have heard of the magic known as law which governs our land. I have, though I'm not sure it qualifies as magic. The performance of magnificent miracles was impossible. A certain law prevented it for 7 years, but no more. 7 years? The phrase shows like it likes to pop up, doesn't it? And why's that? A little matter called performance rights, Miss Trucy. Tell us about these performance rights. Magnifi's magic relied on incredibly innovative idea, a trick, if you will. That trick was considered his property, and as such is protected by property laws. Intellectual property, maybe? Magnifi knew this and bequeathed it in his will to the one person. You mean him? Yes, Miss Trucy, it was your father. Zach Gramry was the inheritor of the Gramry miracle. Daddy. Yet it as well as you know, he is gone. He disappeared suddenly 7 years ago. I think I see where this story is going. Once a person is classified as missing for a certain period of time, they're considered legally deceased, correct? In all absoluteness, those rolled-up sleeves conceal your competence well, young man. The certain period of time of which you speak is 7 years. Yes, Miss Trucy, though it pains me to say it, this past spring, April to be precise, was the time. Your father was legally declared deceased. In the absence of a formal will, the secrets of our mighty mentor Magnifi passed to me. This was in fact stipulated in the will by Magnifi himself. Is that how it works, Apollo? Yeah, it's called death in absentia. He declared missing permanently. He's declared missing permanently. Daddy. I'm an attorney. A challenge, is it? You want me to make this disappear? Very well, give it to me. No, thanks. Are all magicians like this? Apollo? How's that look just now? I was just thinking how hard it is to get any information out of a magician. A challenge. You want me to make you disappear? I'll make you disappear permanently. I was wondering if you could tell me about this. Why, that bears the Gramry seal. Huh. Uncle Valen, is something wrong? Trucy, where did you get this? Huh? Daddy gave it to me. Your daddy? My partner, Zach No. My other daddy, Phoenix Wright. You know, the better one. The one that's not dead. Okay, that was mean. I'll take that back. Why now? Why would your Lord Daddy... Lord Daddy? What? Lord Daddy? That's kind of stretching the whole archaic thing a bit. This signature upon the back, do you recognize it? That belongs to none other than Zach Gramry. What? Daddy signed this. Might I be so bold as to open it? I'm sorry, but I can't let you do that. What's in this envelope, I wonder? And then everything goes back to normal. You know, I just noticed this now. Remember Lemiwa? She had a diamond-shaped thing. She has a diamond-shaped thing. The guy has a heart-shaped one. Oh, I wonder if that magician we saw at the start was somehow the same person, or maybe similar. I don't know. Guess we'll find out. I'm just showing you a bunch of paintings. I'm just throwing evidence at you. Imagine if, like, you end up showing him something and he actually makes it disappear, and you're like, no, wait! So, a journalist is here on a story? All eyes in the universe are upon my stage. All pens seek to commit its mysteries to paper. His name was Brushel? Brushel. 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 Brushel? I think he remembers him. He doesn't look too happy about it. Brushel, that cloying smell of mint when he smiles, yes. Could you tell us more about him? What did he want? I think that makes another plot hole later. Great. A man by that name called on me just now. Just now? Valent's vision is always towards tomorrow. Valent's feet steps always forward. That is all. That's all? Very confusing. I am to perform a big magic show, yes? I wanted someone to come cover it. Yet he had ears only for that incident. That incident? In any case, I request that the rapacious reporter remove himself. So the painter has died. What of it? It is for a footnote in the footlights compared to the magic of Gramry. Wow, you're such a dick. Uncle Valent, do you know where the reporter went? I recommended he visit the place popular with the penalized perpetrators. The detention center? He was a rude individual. Might I see that card? Sure. He would tear apart my respectability. I will tear apart him. Oh, here it comes, Apollo. Uncle Valent's big magic trick. Is he going to fix the card? Not sure that qualifies as big magic. What happened to the big magic? Is it not more miraculous for it to stay ripped? He must have really not liked that journalist. But now he just tore up my evidence. Now the time has come when I must return to make my presidentation preparations. By your leave, Miss Trucy. Thanks, Uncle Valent. 3 days from now, make ready for a miracle. What do you think that journalist was after? And why did Valent react that way to the envelope? I think it's time to pay the detention center another visit. Alright, it's time to examine this thing. Oh, there we go. Workers are busily preparing for the Colosseum of the Magic Show 3 days from now. Maybe we should go check it out once this case is solved? That was the Gavinier sign last time, wasn't it? I hope nothing strange happens this time around. Well, seeing as we're in the middle of a case, I bet it will. There's no way this is just here for just being here. A hot air balloon. Hardly see those anymore these days. What are you on about? We're in this year. I still see hot air balloons. What the hell are you on about? We don't see them in this day and age. What, using some newfangled high-tech one? Kind of reminds me of when I was a kid. Maybe Valent's playing the nostalgia card to drum up interest in the show? Oh, he's still there. Hey, that creature there. He was handing out balloons during the last case, too. He's not a creature, Apollo. Poor guy. Oh, sorry. Was I mean somehow? You know how hot it is inside one of those suits? He's stuck in there with only the smell of his own sweat to keep him company. On the verge of passing out, he hands out each balloon as though it was last. Kind of takes the fun out of seeing the blue badger. Are they that big in Japan? They're that big in general? It's not, I don't think it's that high up. I think it's still like close to the ground, so it's going to be huge. In fact, they would be bigger than this. This is actually kind of small. Kind of takes the fun out of seeing the blue badger. Is that a dog? Pet the dog. Pet the dog. Okay, so you said that the butts is supposed to be here. Let me see. No. Oh, it's like trying to find Waldo. Or where's Wally? Huh. I wonder if that's Athena. Anyway. This person looks kind of familiar. I think it's this guy. I think this guy's Larry. He's got his hand in his pocket. He's got the same swagger. He's also walking up the steps, looking jealously at these two couples. Like, I always get a girlfriend. They always betray me. I mean, the 6th game has a Zeppelin. Well, a Zeppelin would be freaking huge. Oh, in terms of people using them. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think this one is supposed to be Larry. Because none of the other ones really fit. What the hell are these things supposed to be? They're just balls. Now, Athena's studying in Europe at this point. Let me dream. It's baby Trucy. Or baby Athena. But yeah, probably not. Anyway, to the detention center. Hi, Venus. Unless I'm saying Larry is in the Blue Badger. Or he could be, actually. The Blue Bladder. But he's now called the Blue Bladder. I don't know who this is yet. I don't know how they look, so I think I know what you're saying. We're all doing it for the money. End quote. No, not at all. Looks like someone already meeting here. Maybe they're that reporter? Oh. Okay. I think you're gonna sound kind of geeky, nerdy sounding or something. You have the same sort of feather duster as that was on the desk. Baby Athena should be like 17. Shoo, we gotta think about baby Athena. Hey there. No, I can't do that one. How you doing? Who might you be? Sorry, we didn't know someone was already here. I'm Apollo of Justice, attorney at law. Talk about a nervous monkey. You must be Justice, you? You know me? Do I know you? Of course I know you. Stares down witness on stand till they spill beans. End quote. That's not true. What's he writing? Why on his arm? Are you... Oh, God, it's Phoenix Wright 2 music. Isn't it? Are you a reporter by any chance? Oh, you're Trucy. Why you got your hands up like that? Eh? Am I famous? Oh, yeah. Trucy Wright hates carrying a bag. Puts everything she owns in her panties. End quote. That's so not true. Just hold on to your breeches there. I'll wrap this interview in a jiffy. Interview? So, God, I think I know what's going on here. Guarding rooms is my life. What else could I possibly need? End quote. No, how many times do I have to tell you this? Look, I've got work to do. You deal with him. Did you come here to interview the guard? Ooh-wee, what a pickle. Accused wouldn't talk, had to interview someone or go plumb crazy, end quote. Huh? She's still here? Should have guessed. Where's my manners? Name's Brushel, Spark Brushel. I'm not picky. Journalist just closes his eyes, writes. End quote. What's that nauseating strong mint touch every time he grins? You've been interviewed by me, you don't know what stringing is. Wild romp through crossroads of mayhem madness. End quote. I can see that. He's writing something again. Well, if he's a reporter, maybe he knows something. So, Mr. Brushel, you're a journalist? Me? Look, let me state one more thing for the record. Yes? I'm the interviewer. You understand, yeah? I'm the one asking the questions here. End quote. Okay. For instance, you think a movie director watches movies? Well, I think he probably does. Exactly. I knew you'd understand. Huh? So, the night of the murder, you were at Drew's studio? Who, me? Look, let me state one thing for the record. Yes? I may look calm and collected, but I'm busy, real busy, always on the road. Journalists always buy one-way tickets, never look back. End quote. I can understand the philosophy, but... You want to know the thing about one-way tickets? Once you use them, they're gone. All because you have to give them to the guy in the airport. True enough. But don't you they give normal tickets away too? Exactly, see? It's the same thing. What is? Truce is the one talking to him. I'm not saying anything. So, you went to do a story on Drew Misham, and he'd never had a story done about him before? That's right. Look, let me state one thing for the record here. What? I'm sure you're gonna want to know about my source. What tipped me off to Drew? Why did he interview in the first place? Well, yes. Look, it's like... Oh, I've got it. See, there's this burger joint with fabulous ketchup. You think that burger guy's gonna tell me where he got it? At the supermarket, maybe? Exactly, see? That's what I'm talking about. I think I may have actually understood that one. Well, there's nothing I can talk about, really. Walls have ears, eyes, especially glass walls with speakers. End quote. Right, guess we'll leave then. But since you're here, might as well tell you a tidbit of news I saw. Just the heck of it. Just for the heck of it. Sure, tell us. Just for the heck of it. I remember it like it was yesterday. I'd seen a movie on a trip and wandered into this burger place with amazing ketchup. And when an article in a tabloid caught my eye. Fabulous oil painting stole from the art dealer's gallery. End quote, I believe it was. An oil painting? What was that? Don't do that sniffing again. Happens every day, right? But I thought I'd seen that painting somewhere before. Painting of a giant peach floating down a river. Someone's done an oil painting of a giant peach. Janice can smell scoop better. He read that as poop. Can smell scoop better than burgers. End quote. Right. Let me get to the record here. Yes? I know what you're going to say. Brushel, take this. Write brilliant column. End quote. I don't think so. Look, buddy, I write brilliant columns about one thing. And that's food. Try to understand. What could he possibly be writing? He didn't listen to a word I said. Gina is sending Scotland. I wish Vera come back one day. Yes, the English channel says otherwise. 100 years old. Need this one? Or the other one? The fact that he carries around a toothbrush with him is just weird. I guess I have to leave because he won't talk otherwise. I can't show him anything. I guess it was just so then I could learn about the painting being stolen. Then I could be like, hey, maybe we should x-ray this because it's been stolen. Okay, well, bye. Ooh. It's the pink's cheeks that make him a Jesus. Well, how'd it go? Find anything out? Actually, there was one thing I wanted to check with you. What's with the scary face you're making? And what's with the I know something but I'm not telling you face you've got going, Emma? No, maybe it's the other one then. This painting came from behind that dresser. Ah, yeah? So? It was stolen, no? I was hoping you wouldn't figure that out. You think you could tell us a bit about this? I suppose. It's what you think. Drew Mission was a forger. A forger? Going into smooth jazz now. Welcome to late night Friday night. Jazz FM. So, what exactly is a forger? Lucy, come on. Well, basically, it's something who makes forgeries. Fakes, in other words. Fakes? Copies of an original. Exact copies, so precise you can't tell them apart. Well, why not just photocopy them? Because then it would be easily discerned. What? Also, who uses a photocopy anymore? The big problem with the forgeries is that people try to sell them as the real article. It's a crime, of course. So, Drew Mission was a criminal? I'm afraid so. He received money to create elaborate forgeries, to supplement his work in illustration, I guess. I see. Actually, that's why I brought this here in the first place. What do you mean? When you're trying to determine if a painting is a forgery, the rough sketch underneath can be a valuable clue. So the rough sketch is like a practice for the real thing. Like doing a magic trick in front of a mirror before you go on stage. But not in the case of a forgery. Not necessarily, anyway. You know what the finished product is going to look like, after all? Oh yeah, I guess you would. That's why I brought this. I'm going to use it to see what's under the painting of some of the finished pieces. I get it now. Not that I really need to go to such lengths, seeing as how one of the paintings was only half finished anyway. Still, it'd be neat to see Mr. Mission's rough sketches. Kind of like what he saw drawing when he thought no one was looking. True, that would be interesting, and maybe valuable for our case. You should try buttering her up, Apollo. Flattery will get you everywhere, they say. Maybe I should ask Emma to help us out. Now, can I show the paintings? I kind of wanted to see the rough sketch under this painting. I was wondering if your tool there might do the trick. Oh, fine, fine. Just this time, though. Let's check it out. Thank God someone gets it. Someone gets what? What'd I miss? If there's going to be like a jump scare in this, like we go through the painting and it's a picture of a scary face. Playing cards? Okay, let's print this one out. She could foretell the future, or someone could. What? What the heck? Wow, he really blows. The finished painting isn't anything like the rough. Devices like mine didn't exist until recently. Wow, this this is so weird. This series is just so weird. It's like it's in the future, but also in the past. These devices exist now. They've existed for like 20 years. And you're telling me you've just got it? But you've also got things like robots and stuff like that. I'm like, what? It's so weird, this technological, like, weird facsimile they've got going on. Probably thought he could draw any sort of thing he wanted it for the rough. What do you mean? Well, in the past, you could only analyze the composition of a rough sketch. Composition? In other words, the traces of a charcoal between the paint and canvas. So you could tell if there had been a rough sketch. But not what it looked like. I think I follow you. So, in essence, it wouldn't matter what was underneath the finished painting. Some pros would actually paint out a rough sketch entirely, and then do a completely new painting on top of that. So Mr. Mission was drawing whatever he wanted before painting over them? Possibly. Is there a problem with that? Not particularly, but something about the sketch itself feels kind of odd. You're awfully silent all of a sudden, Apollo. You think you could check out the other paintings? Well, sure. You like this detection stuff, don't you? I think Emma might be referring to herself, so it's the first time she got hands-on to use it. True. Probably, yeah, possibly true. Oh, wrong way. Delicious paint. A house? Wait a minute. It's the stand. Okay, let's print this out. What the hell? Someone can see the future. This one too. What's wrong, Apollo? Looks so serious all of a sudden. Could you take a look at the last of these? Fine by me. Knock yourself out. I had completely forgotten about this section of the game. Is this going to show the Gaviniers concert now? Let's print this one out. The whole man is on fire in that one. What the heck is all this? I hesitate why you're getting so excited. You sure your device isn't leaking some kind of strange radiation? Trucy, look at these 3 sketches. Do you notice anything? Man playing cards. Man pulling a cart with a pain symbol on it. A man on fire. Ah! There. Now you're both white as sheets. What's going on? These sketches are of the 3 cases I worked on. What? The murder in the poker game in the Botch Bowl Club. The dead man pulling the noodle stand. And then the events that transpired during the Gaviniers concert. What could it mean? How could he have drawn those things? And why? That's what I want to know. Wait, is Drew Misham your father? Give me a break. Does this even remotely possible to you? What do we want to find out? Blood test. I never even heard of Drew Misham before. I hadn't even seen a picture of him. But there were my cases drawn on his canvas. Every single one of them. It couldn't have been a coincidence. Just who was this Drew Misham? And what did he have to do with me? Is it going to be a case where the guy didn't actually do the paintings? It was actually the girl the whole time? Because if you compare like the painting of the original Peach that was behind the drawer and the one that he was doing himself, it wasn't as good. It didn't have all the flowy parts. Granted, it was in the middle of being painted, but still. I wouldn't be surprised if there was time travel. Yeah. Goof place to stop. Yeah, it is kind of goofy. Gorsh. Gosh, Apollo. It looks like it's been another murder. I can't do Goofy, but you can. I'm just imagining Goofy as a police officer now, and he's just like, Gorsh, this guy's dead. Oh my god. Sorry. That really got me. Sorry. I almost hurt myself there. I'm so glad you're here, Rafatron. Oh, right. So we saved. This is a good place to stop. We can do the interrogation. How long have we been going for? I need to be sure it's been 2 hours at least. Oh, we got like 20 minutes, like 27 minutes. Would you prefer it end early so we can keep this up next time and it's like a good place to continue, or keep going now and then have to pause like midway through, or stop midway through? Been here since we started the series. Yeah, I know you've been here this whole time, Ravatron. I'm just saying. Good place to end it here? Sure. Sure, I think it's a good place to stop. So let's stop there for today. It's a bit early, but it's a good place because we continue here next time. Woo! What? No, go back. Yeah, the games, please. Yes. All right, so we shall end it there for today. We shall pick this up next week, Tuesday, so look forward to that. Tomorrow, we're back with Gosh. God, damn it, I've still got the Goofy in my head now. God of War. So tune in for that if you want to watch it there. And I hope everyone enjoyed today's stream. I almost killed myself laughing about the stupid Goofy thing. Gosh, he was 28 stab wounds. You hated that man. Gosh. Anyway, I have to stop before I end up in another laughing fit or something about it. Anyway, thank you all for joining today. Hope everyone enjoyed. It's been a great session, or great stream today, I think. But I hope everyone else enjoyed. As usual, like, follow, subscribe, do that bell notification. Oh, God, I'm crying. Do the bell notifications, you know, when I next stream. And as usual, if you like what I do, there's links to Patreon and tips. You do become a patron, you get your name added to the Patreon list here. Right at the end of every stream, I give you a shout out at the end. I give you a shout out, and I thank you for the continued support, and I greatly appreciate it, like I do with Hiroru Kuni. And I take you to court, and I throw the book at you, and then I hit the gavel multiple times until you pass out. I don't know. Anyway, that's it for today. So thank you all for joining. I hope you all have a nice rest of the day. I'll see you all tomorrow if anyone wants to come in for that, for God of War. And until next time, y'all take care. Have a nice rest of the day. Bye, Sean. Bye, Raffatron. Bye, everyone else that was here. See you next time. Bye.